Hello everybody, my name is Sam. I make quite full meta content, and in today's video we're going to be talking about Dodoco Tales and compare it to other 4-star catalysts that will help Mona as a sub DPS or a main DPS role. We're not going to be including the Favonius Codex or any type of other support catalysts. I have all these other weapons at level 80, and I'm not going to be comparing the 5-star weapons because I need to get this to level 90, and then I will compare it with the other 5-star weapons like the Skyward Atlas and the Lost Prayer of the Sacred Winds. So for this video, we're going to be comparing it with the Witsid, the Solar Pearl, the Map of Mare, the Wine and Song. We're not going to be doing Eye of Perception because Eye of Perception and Dodoco Tales have the same base attack and attack percent ascension stat. And obviously this skill is way better than the stupid Thunderbolt Perception, whatever you get here from the Eye Perception. I don't have the Black Cliff Agate, but we're just going to be using the Witsid without the buff and use that for the Black Cliff Agate substitution, because when you're battling, you know, like a floor 12 Ruin Guard or Ruin Hunter, you're not going to be getting that buff from the Black Cliff Agate. So what I'm going to do in this video, I'm going to show you the charge attack value and the burst value from each weapon. And then at the end of the video, we're going to be comparing it to what type of roles or teams each weapon would be best used, and compare it if Dodoco Tales is really the best free-to-play option for Mona. Here is the build we're going to be using to compare all weapons with Mona. We have 58 to 153 ratio, 61 EM, 183 energy recharge, and 98.2 header damage bonus, with an 1842 attack. I'm also going to be using Delicious Pile 'em Up just to increase the consistency for each weapon, just for the sake of the video. But no type of damage buff, we're going to keep it all the same, just so we can have a good comparison with each weapon across the board. So now let's go ahead and roll into the footage of me with the Ruin Guard, and then we'll talk about the pros and cons of each weapon and scenarios and roles. Then our final thoughts and pros and cons of Dodoco Tales, if you should use it on Mona or when you should use it for Mona on your team.
Delved into destiny. Decided by destiny. Fate is upon you. Shadows of fate. Written in the stars. Fate is upon you. Look at me. No touching. Delved into access denied. Written in the stars. Delved into delved decided by destiny. Fate is upon you. Delved into written in the stars. By royal shadows of fate, written in the stars.
I put all the free-to-play weapons on the left side and on the gacha weapons on the right side. I put Black Cliff in the free-to-play section because eventually, if you make enough wishes, could buy it from the shop. So anyways, I think Dodoco Tales is the best free-to-play option for sure for Mona. as a main DPS, and I'm sure for any other catalyst as well that you have. On the right side, of course, if you get the right Witsit buff, it's gonna overpower any 4-star weapon, so there's not a change about that. But if you don't have the buff for those 20 seconds, you refer back to the Black Cliff numbers on the bottom left. And of course, if you're not using Mona as a main DPS, maybe like a sub DPS, then maybe Dodoco Tales is not the best option because you have to commit to a charge attack and normal attacks in order to get the buffs. But if you do have C2 Mona, that changes everything because Dodoco Tales will then be the best consistent sub DPS weapon because C2 will automatically do a charge attack and you'll automatically get that buff for your burst and for your charge attacks. And the electro charge difference between the Mappa Mare and the Dodoco Tales for an electro charge team, it's not that much, just 1,130, and that does not convince me to go for the Mappa Mare over the Dodoco Tales for an electro charge team comp. And so yeah, Dodoco Tales weapons, don't miss out on it. This event is great, this weapon is great. I think it's definitely a weapon that a bunch of free-to-play people need because honestly, all the catalysts suck. There's no catalyst that's free-to-play and that's pretty good for like a main DPS. The ones that we have available right now are not the best, but it all really depends on your artifacts. So whatever you have for whatever weapon, your artifacts depend on your weapon a lot. So maybe you might not have the same artifacts as me to get that golden ratio, and maybe you're better off with like the Solar Pro so that way you can get a little bit more consistency with your crit rates. And if that's the case, then go for it. You're not really losing out on too much damage, but it all depends on you at the end of the day and how you're playing Mona. So anyways, that's it for the video. Like and subscribe for Waifu Supremacy, and always remember, Waifu over meta, and we'll see you in the next video.